Hello children, welcome to chemistry class. Today we are going to discuss the methods of removal of permanent hardness. The method of removal of permanent hardness. So our topic is removal of permanent hardness. Permanent hardness. Permanent hardness. So first we will know what is permanent hardness. What causes permanent hardness? Why permanent hardness is present in water? So what causes permanent hardness? So we have already discussed the hardness of water. Hardness of water, and the hardness of water is due to presence of calcium and magnesium salt. But when calcium and magnesium salts are present in form of chloride and sulfate, if calcium and magnesium salts are present in form of chloride and sulfate, it causes permanent hardness. So what? Permanent hardness is due to presence of calcium and magnesium soluble salts in form of chloride and sulfate. Chloride and sulfate. So what causes permanent hardness? If calcium and magnesium salts in form of chloride and sulfate present in water causes permanent hardness. So you know that permanent hardness is not a good quality of water. So we can say permanent hardness we have to remove. Permanent hardness we have to remove. Why? Because due to permanent hardness, this water has permanent hardness, can't be used for cleaning the cloth, for cleaning action, and for water is not fit for drink. So we have to remove the permanent hardness. So there are some methods by that we remove permanent hardness. There are following methods by that we can remove permanent hardness. How we can remove permanent hardness? First is permanent hardness can be removed. First method is washing soda method. Washing soda method. What is washing soda method? This method is used for the removal of permanent hardness. So you know that what is the formula of washing soda? Formula of washing soda is Na2CO3. Washing soda formula is Na2CO3. If we use this washing soda, we can remove the permanent hardness. So this washing soda react with This washing soda react with calcium, magnesium, chloride and sulfate to form insoluble product. To form insoluble product. One thing to see there. Here, for removing the hardness, we convert the soluble impurities into insoluble impurities. We convert soluble impurities into insoluble. You remember it. So, for removing insoluble impurities converted into soluble impurities converted into insoluble. Soluble impurities into insoluble impurities. Soluble impurities is converted into insoluble impurities. So, for this, these are in all the methods of removing permanent hardness. Finally, we convert soluble impurities into insoluble impurities. So, what we discussed that in washing soda method, what we use washing soda. Washing soda react with calcium, magnesium sulfate and chloride to form insoluble, or we can say precipitate insoluble salts. So we convert soluble salts into insoluble salt. So we write MCl2 plus Na2CO3. It react with, and it forms what it forms? It forms here insoluble. So what it will form? MCO3 plus MCO3 plus 2 NaCl. So this is soluble. This is insoluble. So instead of this, we can take calcium chloride plus Na2CO3. It forms calcium carbonate plus NaCl, 2 NaCl. So instead of this, we can take magnesium also. So this will be magnesium carbonate and 2 NaCl. So what we have discussed? Calcium carbonate is formed, and that is insoluble impurities. That is other word we say, that is. So main motto of removing permanent hardness is to convert soluble impurities into insoluble impurities by using some chemical. Second, here MSO4. MSO4 means calcium or magnesium sulfate. Calcium or magnesium sulfate react with washing soda. Reacts with washing soda to form magnesium carbonate and sodium sulfate. Magnesium carbonate and sodium sulfate. Here, or we can write instead of this calcium, maybe or magnesium. So what we have seen, we have converted the soluble impurities into insoluble impurities. Here these are insoluble, and when we filter the water, so insoluble impurities remains on filter paper, and by that we separate the insoluble impurities from the water, and finally water change into soft water, means hard water change into soft water. So by this first method, hard water to soft water, and it can be used for various purposes. Second method to remove permanent hardness is Colgan method. Second is Colgan's method. Okay. We use this method. And what causes permanent hardness? Permanent hardness causes if calcium and magnesium soluble salt present in form of chloride and sulfate, they causes permanent hardness. So in Colgan methods, Colgan reagent is used. What is Colgan reagent? Sodium hexamethoxide. What is Colgan reagent? Sodium hexamethoxide. It known as Colgan, Colgan reagent. Colgan sodium hexamethoxide. When it dissolves, when it is added in hard water, it ionized like this. Na6 P6, it is fixed. Sorry, it is 6 O18. When it ionized, when it is added in water, it ionized like this. How it ionized? Na4 P6 O18 double minus here, and 2Na plus. What we have seen here, when sodium hexametaphosphate is added in water, it ionizes like this. It ionizes like this, and it reacts with calcium or magnesium ions. This means anionic part, anionic, and by that we can say cationic part. So this anionic part reacts with calcium or magnesium ion. Calcium or magnesium ion to form a complex. To form a complex. To form a complex. It forms complex like this. Like this, it forms Na2M, Na2 M P6 O18. Here it forms complex. So what have you seen here? You have seen that it has formed complex. It has formed complex like this. Okay, and this complex remain in water. This complex remain in water. When we filter the water, this complex remain on filter paper, and it removes the permanent hardness of water. What we have discussed? We discussed that Colgan method. This one is known as Colgan reagent. When we add it in water, following reaction takes place, or it ionizes like this: anionic part and cationic part. this anionic part react with calcium or magnesium ion that are present in hard water and that causes impurities. So it react with calcium or magnesium ion and form a complex, and this complex remain in a solution, or we can say in water. When we filter the water, these are remains on filter paper and hard water changes into soft water. So we discussed it. Two methods we have discussed. First method we discussed washing soda method, and second is Colgan's method. Two methods we discussed. So next method is ion exchange method, zeolite method or permuted method. Zeolite method or permuted method. So this method is also very important method for removal of permanent hardness. So we have three names for that: ion exchange method, zeolite method or permuted method. You remember it. So here term zeolite, the term zeolite. Here sodium aluminum silicate, sodium aluminum silicate, that is sodium aluminum silicate. What is sodium aluminum silicate? This one is known as zeolite. What is this one is known as zeolite? When in short form, zeolite can be represented as NaS. Means it can be written as NaS. Instead of this, we can write this one. Instead of SiO4, we can write NaS. So it can be written NaS. We have NaS on zeolite method. So NaS. Here, when this zeolite is added, to hard water containing calcium and magnesium soluble impurities, it exchanges the ion. And it forms the salt. It exchanges the ion and form the salt like this. It is solid form. It also solid form, and it forms compound like this. Insoluble impurities like this. When NaS react with calcium or magnesium ion, which are present in hard water, they form complex. What type? MZ2 complex plus Na plus. Okay. So here MZ we can balance it. MZ2 and 2 NaS. It is insoluble. So we show insoluble impurities like this. As we can say precipitate also, because it is insoluble. When NaS is being added to hard water, the hard water react it and it forms complex. Means NaS form complex with calcium or magnesium ion present in hard water, and it form the insoluble salt MZ2 and 2 Na plus. So when it filtered, the water is filtered These insoluble impurities remain on filter paper, and hard water change into soft water. Hard water change into soft water. What? When NaS react with calcium or magnesium ion, it forms insoluble impurities and sodium ions. And when we filter water, the insoluble impurity remain on the filter paper and we get soft water. So by this process we can also purify the hard water to soft water, or we can change the hard water to soft water. One point we will see here. Here nil said means that this is zeolite. When all the sodium ions of zeolite has been used, so we say zeolite is exhausted. Zeolite is exhausted. Zeolite is exhausted. Exhausted. Here, to regenerate zeolite exhausted. To regenerate zeolite, we pass this solution means MZ2 in brine solution. To brine solution, NaCl. Okay, brine solution, and it again form NaZ plus MCl. NaZ and MCl. NaZ plus MCl. So by this we can regenerate the zeolite. And we get the brine. So it means when zeolite is passed through brine solution, it again form or it again regenerate. And when it's said to be exhausted, when all the sodium ions of zeolite has been used, zeolite is said to be exhausted. Zeolite said to be exhausted. So when exhausted, we can regain the zeolite. How we can regain the zeolite? By passing zeolite through brine solution, we get the regenerated zeolite. So three methods we discussed here. First is washing soda method, second is Colgan method, and third is ion exchange method or zeolite or permuted method. Next and last method to remove permanent hardness is synthetic resin method. 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 This is last method, means fourth method to remove permanent hardness of water. This method is used, and this method is more efficient than zeolite. Means nowadays this method is being used to remove permanent hardness, and this method is more efficient than zeolite method. This method is more efficient than zeolite method. So what are we seen in this method? This method is more efficient than the ion exchange method. This method is more efficient than the ion exchange method. Here The formula of this resin is RSO3H. RSO3H. But we don't use in this form. It has large organic molecule and insoluble SO3H. So we convert or we change it in RNA plus by treating it with NaCl. When it is being treated, it changes into this, and in this form it is being used. In this form, it is being used. So how it is being used? When it reacts or even it added to water, it reacts with ions, calcium or magnesium ion, and forms insoluble impurities. Insoluble impurities or insoluble salt. When we filter the water, we get the insoluble free salt water, means hard water to soft water. So cation exchange resin contain large organic molecule with SO3 group or water insoluble on treating with NaCl. RCO3 is changed into RNA plus. When this one react with water, means how it change? RSO3H plus NaCl, it react and it forms RNA plus SO3 plus Sc. The resin exchanges the Na ions with calcium and magnesium and present in hard water to make the soft water. Means this exchange the calcium and magnesium ions present in hard water to make soft. Means this exchange the calcium or magnesium ions present in hard water to make soft water. This also can be regained. This can be also regained when this is made to react with brine solution, means NaCl solution. If R or all Na is used, it should be said that it is exhausted. So it can be regained by reacting that with brine solution. This method is more efficient than the zeolite method. And we use this method, more economical method, and we use to purify the water or changing hard water to soft water. By this method, we get mineral free water, pure demineralized water. So how we get pure demineralized water, we will discuss. By this method, we get pure demineralized water. First, the hard water is passed through the cation exchange resin and then anion exchange resin. So cation exchange resin make the excess of H plus ion in water, and anion exchange resin make the OH minus ion in water, and finally the H ions and OH ions react to each other and form water. So no ions are present in that water, and that's why we say pure demineralized water. So how will we get pure demineralized water? Let us discuss. So what we discuss here, by this method we get the pure demineralized water, means water free from all the ions. How is it possible? You may see, when hard water is passed through cation exchange resin, it exchanges the resin, it exchanges the cationic ions and make water acidic. Make water acidic. When this again pass through anionic or anionic ion resin, anionic exchange resin is exchange ions, anions etc. present in water and liberate OH ion. And finally, the OH ion react with H plus ion and makes the water free from free from ions. By this method, means all the ions has been removed. All the ions removed. So let us see cation exchange ion. Here, when it is used or when water containing calcium or magnesium ions is passed through, or whatever cations have, is passed through cation exchange resin, it forms the insoluble salt and release H plus ion, makes the water acidic. The H ions exchange for Na plus, Ca plus, Mg plus and other cationic ions present in water and makes water acidic. Makes water acidic because H plus is being released. When this water again pass through anionic exchange resin RNH2 plus H2O, it forms RNH3 OH minus. It exchange the anionic resin, anionic ions like Cl, SCO3, SO4 etc. Means other all the anionic ions. Here OH minus exchanges the anions like Cl, SCO3, SO4 etc. present in water and OH liberated. Present in water and OH liberated neutralize the H ions and makes the water free from ions. Means anionic resin exchange all the anions from the water, whatever anions are there, and liberate OH minus. So H minus from cationic exchange resin and OH minus from anionic exchange resin, they react to each other and form water molecules. So what we have seen, all the ions are exchanged by hydrogen ion and all the anions are exchanged by OH ion. So only H ion and OH ion were present in the water, and finally they reacted and they form H2O. So water becomes free from all the anions, and we get the water or demineralized water by this method. And when cationic and anionic resin are exhausted, so when cationic resin are passed through HCl, they can be regenerated. And means when cationic resin are exhausted, means you know that what does mean of exhausted if all the ions have been used. So they are being passed through dilute acid to regenerate, and anionic exchange resin are passed through, are made to react with alkalis, diluted alkalis to regenerate. So we can regenerate also. Listen this. When cationic and anionic resins are exhausted, we can regenerate. How we can regenerate? When cationic exchange resin is passed through diluted acid, that can be regenerated. When anionic resin are passed through the diluted alkalis, they can be also regenerated. So we have discussed this method, and this method is more efficient. So what methods, how many methods we have discussed? We discussed 4 methods to remove permanent hardness. So what are the 4 methods? Just we can summarize it. What are the 4 methods? So first method was, what was that? Washing soda method. What? Washing soda method. Second was Calgon's method. Third was ion exchange method. And fourth is synthetic resin method. Synthetic resin method. So we can summarize it. We use Na2CO3, and by this process we have converted the soluble impurities into insoluble impurities. Colgan method, we have used Colgan resin, and this method is very important. Colgan method, and resin is used Na6P6O18, sodium hexametaphosphate. Sodium hexametaphosphate. And next is ion exchange method. What we have used here? It is known as zeolite method. Zeolite method or permutate method. And zeolite sodium aluminum silicate, and inside we wrote is NaJ. So we have NaJ and ion exchange method. And here we have used 2 resins, cation exchange resin cation exchange resin, that is made to react, cation exchange resin that is made to react with what we have used RSO3S, and we made to react with NaCl, and we change it RNA+. It is used. And when we passed hard water to cation exchange resin, and then means when we pass hard water, cation exchange acidic water, and when it passed through, due to presence of H+, passed through anion exchange resin, it exchange means OH ion exchange the anionic resin, anionic ions, and it change into basic due to presence of OH. And finally H plus and OH ion react and they form H2O, and thus this water becomes free from all the ions present in hard water. So we say pure demineralized method. So we can ask which method is used to get pure demineralized method, so your answer will be synthetic resin method. So we have discussed. If you understood this, if you understand my videos, please share and like it.